Hi everyone, welcome to 2 Minutes with Mark. I'm Mark from ADM. We're a Microsoft Gold partner and Cyber Essentials Plus accredited IT company based in Kent. We've been around 34 years, covering all manner of IT services, support, consultancy, including, very importantly, security consultancy. And today we're going to be talking about Cyber Essentials, what it's about and why you should be thinking about it. So Cyber Essentials is a government-backed cybersecurity standard, and it's covering all of the basics that really everyone should be doing in cybersecurity, but perhaps isn't or not fully. So it covers 5 key pillars, and we're looking at things like people's password policies, have they got firewalls in place, have they got antivirus, how they manage their data and their IT, there's a few other things as well. And the common phrase we use is, if you're not managing your data in your network, who is? So we cover all that through Cyber Essentials to ensure that you're up to a good base standard on all those key points. And it mitigates against around 80% of the most common cyber threats if you are compliant with it. It comes in 2 stages, Cyber Essentials, Cyber Essentials Plus, and there's differing levels of testing involved across both of those. There's different reasons for different organisations why they may want to go and attain Cyber Essentials or Cyber Essentials Plus. For a lot of organisations, it may just be to actually demonstrate that you're attaining that good base practice, that you've got the assurance of having that good base level of cyber security, covering all the right stuff. And that's very important for a lot of people, and companies will get it, and they can use that as a positive to market and show their customers that they really take this stuff seriously. Increasingly though, what we are seeing is that businesses and organisations need Cyber Essentials for contractual reasons. This started filtering out from government contracts, and it filtered through the public sector, and we're even seeing it in the private sector now. That businesses are tendering for contracts, and a requirement in that contract is you have got Cyber Essentials or Cyber Essentials Plus. So we're increasingly running into that businesses say if they don't have it, they can't actually go for these contracts. And I've frequently talked to companies where they didn't need it, they didn't have this contractual necessity. A week later, I get a phone call saying, "Mark, we've just gone for this contract." And there it is, we now need it. So it's, I can't say you will, but it wouldn't surprise me if that happens tomorrow to you. So Cyber Essentials is the slight difference in approach depending on which level you're going for, the Cyber Essentials or the Cyber Essentials Plus. Cyber Essentials is a self-assessment questionnaire. You can sign up on the official website, find the certification body, and go through the questionnaire and complete it yourself and explain how you're meeting the various technical and operational controls. You submit that along with the payment, and if all passes muster, then you receive your certificate. But if there are any questions or anything that the certification body are unclear on or don't feel meets the standard, then you will get it returned, and you'll have to keep going through that process until you've actually met the standard. Plus, you do all of that, but then you also have to have validated vulnerability testing conducted by one of the certification bodies, and it's testing based on the requirements in the self-assessment. So it takes it on an extra level of testing. Where we step in as ADM, as practitioners, we work with the certification body, and we found a lot of businesses that they look at the self-assessment, and it's not too difficult, it's not the worst document to try and understand, but we found that certain businesses still don't quite get what they're looking for, or don't know how to identify where they are or aren't compliant. And we've been trained on that, so we can actually help businesses through. We do an audit, give you an analysis of where you are currently and what you'd have to do to actually meet the standard. We can help you through that, and then work on your final submission to the certification body. And we don't submit until we're fairly confident that that would be accepted by them. If they have any questions, we deal with that. So we really hold the organisation's hand all the way through the process, in the initial analysis through to the certification. For the plus level, we actually can then work with the certification body, so they are still involved, it's a requirement of the scheme, but we can do a certain amount of testing locally with you. We've got to know you by then, and we can actually work that through and hopefully make that slightly less painful process as well, being on the ground there. So to find out more, there is of course the official website, as with all these things, but do follow LinkedIn on ADM's website. Please follow myself as well. We run an awful lot of events around particularly cyber essentials, security. We run webinars, we run seminars, based not only in Canterbury but in other locations as well. We post them all on LinkedIn as well as the events page on the website. So that's one source, you can keep an eye on that, and if it's of interest, more than welcome, do attend one of those events. Or reach out to myself directly through LinkedIn, follow me. I do try and post a lot of security updates and information, as well as things more about the broader Microsoft Cloud stack as well. It's the other half of what I do. If we're in the area, I'm out and about on the road quite a lot. I'm always up for a coffee, so do keep in touch with me. More than happy to pop in, have a coffee with you, and we can talk more that way as well. Or ping us a message through to ADM, and the guys here can pick up, and part member of the team can get in touch as well.